Hey YouTube, it's your homegirl Linamarenquiries and I have this makeup tutorial for you guys. It's this brown lip and smoky eye, so let's just begin. So I'm starting off by taking this Nude by Nature Perfecting Primer and placing that all over my face. I've already moisturized my skin beforehand, so I'm just taking that all over. Then I'm going into this Morphe 12NB palette and picking up that orangey, coppery kind of shade and placing that all in the crease and in the outer corner using a Sigma E35 brush, I want to say. Then taking this slightly darker brown from the NARS Andy Warhol palette, I'm placing that, well I started off placing it in the outer corner, but then I just started to pack it on the eyelids. And another product from Nude by Nature is this palette, and I'm taking that black shade and I'm placing that just kind of almost like as if I was doing a wing and a little bit on the outer corner. And then going back with that same Sigma brush with no more product on it, I'm just making sure that orange is still quite prominent. Using the RIMMEL Scandaleyes liner, which has got a really fine nib on the front, which I really like, I'm just doing a tiny flick. This is more like a guideline because I'm going to smoke it out later with some black eyeshadow. So just towards the outer corner. Picking up that same black from the Nude by Nature palette and the little brush that actually comes with it, I'm just smoking out that liner and placing the shadow on top and just brushing it upwards. Using this Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, it's so pretty. I'm picking up the shade Minx, which is like this dark blue shade, and I'm placing that on top where I put the black. Now the camera isn't picking this up, but it's kind of like a navy shade. And then I decided to take the brighter blue, which is called Blindsided, and place that on top just because it wasn't showing up on the camera as blue as I would have liked. So this made it more of a teal colour. And again, I'm just placing that on top where I put the black liner. Using the same brown from the NARS palette, I'm just taking that on the lower lash line. And then this Burberry Luminous Fluid Base, I'm just taking the smallest amount, as you guys can see, and placing that onto my cheeks. And this is going to give like a bit of a glow, and then I'm going to place my foundation on top, and it has a slight warm tone to it as well. My trusty Laura Mercier Candle Glow foundation, and I'm just placing that on top of that Burberry Luminous base. And I'm using the edges of the brush just to tidy up the eyeshadow as well. Grooming through my brows, you guys have seen this so many times. I'm just taking the NYX Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate, and because you've seen it so many times, I'm just gonna speed this up for you guys. For concealer, I use the Too Faced Born This Way. I used the shade Medium. Just place that under my eyes in a upside down triangle, the corners of my mouth and my nose and on my forehead. I started off using this Makeup Revolution brush. It is a good brush, but just not for concealer, so I went back with the same brush that I used for my foundation. I think it's by Sigma. It is by Sigma. For my contour, I'm using the NYX Mineral Foundation. This is in the shade Cool Chestnut, and I'm just using a little bit, and to blend that out I'm going to be using a Japanesque brush that I got from ASOS, and I think they currently have 20% off everything at the moment, so I will link it down below. To set that in place, I'm taking the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder, which is my favourite powder ever. I love it so much. For bronzer, you guys are probably sick of seeing me use this palette, but I absolutely love this shade, and it's the Makeup Revolution All About Bronze palette. For blush, I'm taking this mineral blush by Lily Lolo in the shade Clementine, and this is a MAC 165 brush, I want to say. And back to the eyes, I'm just gonna line them and also tight line them with a black pencil. For mascara, I'm using the RIMMEL SCANDALEYES Reloaded. And as always, feel free to apply false eyelashes if you prefer that look. I just can't be bothered to deal with the hassle. And then another product by Nude by Nature is this highlight stick, and this is in the shade Rose 02. It's a really pretty colour. You could probably get away with just using it as a blush because it has a slight pink tone to it. And on top of that, I'm just taking the Laura Geller highlighter, which is a powder, just to set it. For my lips, this is by LA Colors, and it's in the shade Dark Brown. I'm taking that all over my lips. It's actually really pretty on its own, but I am going to take a lipstick on top of this as well. And the lipstick I'm using is by RIMMEL, and it's in the shade 750, and it's completely matte, and it's such a gorgeous warm brown, perfect for autumn, winter. Been loving it a lot, and setting all of that with the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. And that's it, that's the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe. Peace! Hey, it's just me again. I'm just letting you guys know that you can check out my last video by clicking on the box just there. And whilst you're at it, don't forget to click the subscribe button too. Peace!